jealousy is not normal. It is not okay to be jealous. The reason why it's so common and it has been normalized because of the confusion, because of the corruption, because of the dysfunction and the chaos in this world. Let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, and boy, do we have to sit here, sip our tea and spill it. Jealousy is not normal, boys and girls. And before you say, well, actually it is not. You have to be taught hate. You have to be taught abuse. You have to physically be abused. Mentally, you have to be abused. Immediately, I'm getting straight into this video and eating the girls and the boys up. It is not normal and it's not okay. You have to be exposed to corruption and chaos in order for you to think it's normal. If you were a little baby and you weren't even born with teeth and you didn't know how to talk and walk until later in life, why do you think being a hater, having hate in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, your mind, your thoughts for yourself and others is okay? Having low self-esteem is not normal. And over here with this channel, we are here to be honest. We are here to spread awareness. We are here to inform and to educate. So take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not for you, send it and share it to somebody who it is. But if it is, we're not making no excuses. It is mid-August 2024 when I'm posting this video or whenever you come across it. But we're going to go ahead and clear the air. And what happens is when you clear the air and you lift up the rug with all of the skeletons in the closet and everything that's been swept under, everything gets exposed. This is a truth and honesty channel. And the truth only offends people who are not ready to receive it or the people who've been benefiting from it. Abusing people is not normal. Corruption is not normal. It's been normalized because people aren't telling the truth. People are not speaking up. So what am I going to do? I'm going to speak up and I'm going to tell the truth. And once again, all the hit dollars, woof, 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 could holler in the back. Or Gwen Stefani said, she ain't no holler back girl. It's not normal to be envious of people. It's not. It's wicked. It's psychotic. And as your favorite mental health specialist, we're here to help those people because it could be you. Don't get it twisted. Everybody that watches you may not have the best interest for you because they're envious. I know that people who are envious watch my videos. I know that people who have low self-esteem watch my videos. That has nothing to do with me, but it has everything to do with them. And because people think it's normal, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. It's one thing to be envious and want to heal and become better, but for you to watch people knowing that you don't like them, how's that benefiting you? How is that normal? It's not normal. It's not okay. And that's just the truth. Being jealous is not okay. Having low self-esteem is not okay, especially when that's not what we're meant to be and celebrate in this life. Now, granted, because corruption and chaos has been going on for centuries, it's a bigger problem. But because I'm not Superman, I'm not God, and I'm not the weatherman, I'm responsible for myself and the people that I influence, the people who come across these videos. It's only so much that I can do. That's where you all who watch these videos have to be held accountable and responsible for yourself. It's a team. It's a team. But I don't have any envy in my heart. That's why I make these videos. When you love yourself, you don't need to be envious of other people. And that's what people fail to realize. And I know because I speak from experience. It's internal. It's not external. Has nothing to do with the car that you have. Has nothing to do with the house that you live in. You could buy a house and a car anywhere on this world because where else are you going to live? Where else are you going to live if you don't live in a house or an apartment or even a tent? Where are you going to live? In the ocean? Even if you was to live on the cruise, you have to have some type of safety, stability. It's time for people to enlighten and aware themselves. Being envious is not okay because it's like you are allowing outside validation to tell you who you are or who you're not. And I know, once again, from experience, throughout the 27 years of my life, I told you guys my age, don't do too much. Out of the 27 years of my life, It's always been external. People who did not know me, environments that were not for me, are going to project what is inside of them. And that's why I also realized that's not okay. I did not become a mental health specialist so I could sugar honey iced tea on people or make people feel bad. No, but to inform and educate them and let them know there's so much more to life. People know that you are favored. People know that you have abundance. People are aware, and that's why they envy it. And instead of finding the resources and the tools and educating themselves, they focus on you. They commit to you. You know how many people spend so much time and energy worried about what I was doing and still are in the same position or are dead? Because that's a different topic for a different video. Or are dead. Because guess what? You only get one time to be you in this life. And when you're focusing on things that are not for you, it's a distraction. So what are you going to do when it comes to you being envious? First of all, let's talk about why you're envious. You guys know, and if you don't know, we go to the root. We go to the source. Like I said, lift up the rug. I'm grown. I am a grown woman. I'm a young lady, but I'm a grown adult. And as a grown adult, I communicate effectively. I am patient, I am gentle, I am kind, I'm smart, and I am beautiful. Meaning, what's the problem? If you were touched on at 2 years old, if you were beaten up at 5 years old, if you were in poverty at 7, let's start from there. We're not sweeping things underneath the rug. There's a reason why you have envy in your heart, but why? You have to communicate. You have to go through certain things to see certain things, to learn certain things. So what's the problem? Why are you envious? That's the first thing we're going to start to do, because like I said, there are going to be a lot of people who watch my content and you are envious. But I'm not here to make you feel worse, because that's the problem. People who are envious think they're doing their big ones, and you look weak to people who know who they are. Every single person who thought they was doing their big one by talking about me, spreading rumors, all they did was let me know, like, wow, I don't even have to blink, and people are infatuated with what I'm doing. You know, and I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully, and I've never been bullied before. And people know that. People can sense your energy. So if you are struggling with envy, what is the reason? Why are you envious? So I'm going to recommend and also break down what needs to be done in order for you to fix this, because it's not okay. So the first thing was acknowledging, why are you envious? So going to the solution, that's the first thing. Understanding the problem. What's the problem? Why are you envious? The second thing you need to start paying attention to and start working on is your communication. And with that, you have to be vulnerable. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. If you're envious because, let's just say you grew up and there was favoritism in the house, say that. If you grew up in an environment where you were always picked last, say that. You're envious because people around you always had more than you, say that. Because the people that you're envious of, they don't care. If they're not envious, if they don't have hate in their heart, why would they care? Why would I care? I don't have enemies. You're in a one-sided relationship with me, and that has nothing to do with me. I am self-centered. People be like, oh, she's so self-centered. That's not an insult. That's a compliment. Self-centered has pros and cons like everything else. But if we transmute the energy, self-centered is somebody who is full of themselves. When I'm full of myself, I don't have time to be envious of people. That contradicts the statement about who I am. And then another thing you have to realize is, if you believe in a God, ancestors, and universe, because I'm going to tie that into that, you can't humble somebody that God is using and God is blessing. And when you are envious and you say you believe in God, it doesn't make sense. So if you also want to know who's favored and who has a relationship, pay attention to what people say and do towards other people. How do you believe in God, but you're hating on other people? It's not normal. It's not okay. So why are you envious? Be vulnerable and tell the truth. Why? Where did this start from? Where did this stem from? Because every problem has a solution, but there's a cause and effect. There is a reason why. People don't, like I said, just wake up and be envious. Now, of course, if you grew up in an environment and it was chaotic and there was corruption and there was abuse mentally, psychologically, you were as aid. You were in poverty. You didn't have the finances. You didn't have transportation. You didn't have knowledge. You're not going to know any better until you surround yourself with other people in other places. And you start to realize, well, that's not what I was taught, or that's not what I was knowing, or I don't have this and I don't have that. That makes you feel some type of way. Rather you see it at school when you get around other kids, rather you see it at work, around your coworkers, your managers, rather you see it in your neighborhood, you see certain people have certain things, or rather you see it online. A lot of people like to blame social media. Social medias are apps, it's the people, but that's also a different topic for a different video. So it's like, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to figure out, why are you envious? Where did it start from? Be vulnerable and tell the truth, and then express how you feel. Because guess what? Once you acknowledge that you feel envy, you could solve it. You could change it. But if you don't tell the truth, if you're not ready to be honest and talk about where it stems from, you're going to feel that way for the rest of your life. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to be in poverty forever. You can't change the past. All you can do is make peace with it, let it be what it is, and let it go. The only reason why people suffer so much longer and harder is because they're attached to people, places, and things that are over with. That's why they say you have PTSD. You're holding on to memories that don't exist. You never talked about the suppressed trauma that you've experienced since childhood. And you're becoming an adult and you're becoming bitter. You're surrounding yourself with people who have not done the same. If you want to know where you're going to be in life, look at the people around you. Like, I have come across so many people and I've worked with so many people, because, you know, I'm a real person in real life. And it's crazy because there were certain people I knew that I had to cut off. Like, I had love for these people, I care for these people, but I had to cut them off because they would rather be around the people that they were familiar with, because that's all they knew, which is understandable. But it's like, you've been around these people your entire life and you haven't grown in any area of your life, but you rather put your loyalty into these people because you don't know nothing else. And it makes sense. The reason why some people don't grow or some people don't change is because that's all they know, and they're too complacent, and they feel like they owe those people around them something, and they don't know who they are. If you knew who you were, if you knew your worth, you're not going to tolerate your family member, your friends. I don't care how long you've known these people. If they're not pouring into you emotionally, physically, financially, if they're not growing, or if they're not trying to grow, because when it comes to advice, you listen to everybody. Now, what you take, what you choose to resonate with you, that's for you. But you listen to what everybody says, and then you decide, is this for me or is it not? You take the information and you go about your business. But these people not even growing and doing well, but you rather stay there. And that's what happens. The people you surround yourself with also affect you with being envious. And you got your environment. Everything plays a part. It's not normal, though. Like, there's so much corruption and chaos in this world that people think it's unhealthy. It's sick. It's sick to be envious of your family members. It's sick because your parents or whoever is in charge does not explain communication. And like I said, I understand it's a deep-rooted issue, you guys. It's not like I'm just saying something that is, you know, very accessible or attainable to reach to the masses. But because it's been going on for a long time, it's going to take a lot of energy, like I said, for the whole world. I'm not telling the whole world to heal, because the videos that reach the people that are in alignment with it are going to get it. Everybody else, they're going to do what they need to do. So it's like, when you come across these videos, you watch these videos, apply what you learn, go about your business. But being envious is not going to help you. It's not. You watching other people live the life that you want to live, it's going to piss you off. You not being honest with yourself is going to trigger you. You get around other people and try to pretend like you're their friend, you're bothered. These people have the car, they have the relationship, they have the body, they have the mind, they have the money, they have the spirit, they have the things that you want. So we need to figure out, why are you envious? Where is it coming from? Can you be honest and tell the truth? And what are you going to do now to fix it? Because once you figure out where it stems from, why you feel envious, what it is that you're envious of, you got to come up with a solution. If you think you could be better than somebody, okay, well, I'll give you the tools. I'll lead you to water. Now you got to drink. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a drink. Shout out to Mr. Gill, my 6th grade math teacher. Okay? You think you're better, because that's the problem. People don't even think they're better than you. They want to be better than you. And I'm going to end the video off there. People don't think they're better than you. They want to be. Because if they were, you would be about it. You want to be in my position? Do what I got to do. You want to be me? Go through all the trials and tribulations that I had to go through. Let's see if you get to the other side. Because that's all people are going to do is run their mouth. All they're going to do is run their mouth. That's all they're going to do is talk. When you have real, genuine love and you're a real smooth criminal in real life, it's just certain things you don't do. But being envious, it don't make sense. It doesn't. And if you have envy in your heart, like I said, we got to work on it. So I'm in this video off here, but it's not normal. And it's not going to be the first video I talk about, because this, like I said, this is a big issue. When it comes to these mental health videos, it's real. It's real, and it's not a joke, and it's scary, because people also being envious leads up to, people's death. Because people are envious, people start to kill and steal and destroy, and it's just like, you're gonna die anyway. It's trigger warning. And it's like, that's what you live your life for. Like, it's crazy. So if you're new here, welcome or welcome back. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are you ready to talk about envy? And if you are, like I said, don't be afraid now. Don't try to click off the video now. You're already here, okay? Make sure you guys let me know what you think. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at @time_guidance to stay up to date. And if you want a session, click the link down below. Head to my website at tyguidance.summer.com, because we're going to have a lot to talk about. But I want you to know, it is not okay. Anybody who says jealousy, no, it's not. No, it's not. Corruption has been normalized. You think being envious is okay. It's not. The fact that you want to hurt other people or hurt yourself, the fact that you hate yourself, you think that's normal? Hate has to be taught, boys and girls. You're not born with hate in your heart. You're taught. It has been passed, like I said, and it may be passed down from other people. It's not even your fault sometimes that you're a hater. It could be because the environment that you grew up with. It could be because the people in your family didn't do what they were supposed to do, or they didn't have the resources and the education. It's one thing if you don't have the information and the knowledge and you want to be better versus you don't even care. Okay? Love you, bye.